Hello, I'm Dr. Chris Hampson from Rhode Island Vascular Institute. I'm here today to address some questions that we have received regarding our CCSVI service. So one of the questions we were asked is, at RIVI, do you remove blood clots from jugular veins or stents? If so, do you remove, if so, how? And do you remove scar tissue from veins and stents? If so, how? So it's an interesting question. What I think one of the issues that this question raises is the issue of restenosis. So when I'm asked about scar tissue in veins and stents, I'm assuming that the person asking the question is talking about restenosis, which basically means that after we open up a vein with a balloon or a stent, and here at RIVI we primarily use balloon angioplasty and we don't typically place stents. When we balloon a vein, over time those veins re-narrow. That's something that we have noticed in all different veins in all different parts of the body, and in Zamboni's first paper there was a 47% restenosis rate in the internal jugular vein. So we do address this problem in our practice at RIVI. One of the things that we do in a restenosed vein is we simply try to reopen it with another angioplasty, and this can happen 1 month down the road, 2 months down the road, a year down the road if necessary. If there's a vein that is very tough to keep open, and it's a vein that has a recalcitrant stenosis, which means that it's a very tough stenosis that doesn't respond well to the balloon, we may place a stent to keep that vein open. Occasionally you can get restenosis within a stent, where you get essentially basically scarring and ingrowth into the stent, and that can also be opened either by placing an additional stent or simply by performing another balloon angioplasty within the stent. So this is certainly an issue that we do address and are very familiar with addressing at RIVI. However, the second part of the question was asking about clots in the vein. We certainly remove clots from veins at RIVI. It's definitely within the scope of our practice. In our CCSVI practice, the only time that we have run into the scenario of removing clots is if they occur during the procedure. If we see clot in a vein on a follow-up ultrasound 1 month or 3 months out from the procedure, that clot is probably too organized to really remove, and so we typically would not attempt to remove that type of blood clot. But if we cause blood clots during the procedure, we're prepared to deal with that.